But first, there's somebody we need to talk to. Did she call us?
Yeah, she called us.
Hi, Gail O.
Hi.
Hi, how's everything?
How did you know? How did you know things really were bad today, or that? I mean, I'm so close to going back into the psychiatric ward. He hasn't shown up for 2 days. He's supposed to take me for doctor appointments and help take care of the dogs and everything. He hasn't done anything.
Who,
I don't know
Paulo?
what to do. Yes. You don't know how cruel he is. You don't know him like I do.
Well, I had no idea this.
It's so horrible. You have no idea. I'm in absolute hell because
Wow.
I still love him, and I'm just this pathetic woman. He doesn't understand why he's doing this. I mean, I understand about other women and everything, but not after 31 years. I would have hoped there would have been some sanity to it, you know?
Well, I know he's been working on his movie pretty hard.
I know that, but that's not what this is about.
What is it about?
He's deliberately staying away from the house because he wants to, because he's enamored with this woman or whatever, and she's putting him under a lot of pressure, I guess, to make a decision, so he doesn't even want to call me anymore.
You think she's calling the shots?
What'd you say, honey?
You think she's calling the shots in Polo's life now?
I think so. I think that he's that kind of person, you know, that if somebody else leads him by the nose, and since he's not a grown-up and never has been, that's all he needs is somebody to do that.
So for the last couple days, you had appointments and all. He just won't help you with them.
He won't help me. He won't take me anywhere, and I'm scared of driving because I'm not well.
It's dangerous for you to drive.
I've been going place. I keep forgetting where everything is. Now I have to try to drive home. I'm at a Bennigan.
Mm-hmm. That sounds like you're fuzzy out on the road.
And I can't put it together. I can't figure out which lane to get into it.
I have all these same problems.
Yeah.
What?
Here, let's try to get a hold of Paul O for you. Hey, Paul?
Yes, sir.
Hey, Gail called. She's got some problems.
Yes, I heard.
Where have you been for the last 48 hours?
Well, first of all, it's Sunday and Saturday, so there's no appointments that take place on Saturday and Sunday. But
you
the fact is,
have to let people know where you are. Things are broken. The TV's broken. The oven is broken. The stove is broken, and you are nowhere to be found.
Well, unfortunately, the stove was something you broke just in before you went on your vacation. The second thing is...
Well, I didn't break it on purpose, and I didn't break the oven. So stop looking for excuses to make yourself...
The head wouldn't fit in it.
The stove was something you broke before. Anyway, the thing is that I'm trying to have a few days of real peace because you put a lot of...
You told me when you called that you were under so much stress and you needed this day to do what? What, is this other woman so important to you that you can't even make sense of your own life?
At all. But that's the point. You every day there's a lot of stress involved with talking to you.
There's a lot of stress involved with me talking to you, or have you forgotten that? Have you, Paul? Paul, have you forgotten? Have you forgotten how fragile I am?
Yes,
do you know what you do to me every day?
It's a pattern of manipulation over 30 years.
I am not manipulating you, Paul. She is.
You have tried. Yeah, well, I mean, there's always, to a certain extent, you know, we're trying to figure out how to control, you know, your problems, and that you have to start taking some responsibility for yourself.
These problems to this extent if you had stayed in communication with me. But behind my back, you emailed this woman. You emailed her. You met her. You had sex with her. And now you're trying to say that it's my fault?
Today, you know, I said,
no, don't even try, Paul. Don't even try. No, Paul, you don't understand something.
And
you're putting yourself in a very bad position.
Yeah, because you drove to Bennigan, and you're going to wind up getting arrested because you can't drive.
All I want you to do is to keep your end of the bargain right now, plus the fact that I don't really believe that you love her. I really believe you're going through some kind of real mental breach in your life right now, and you need help getting through it, but you don't know how to discuss anything and never have.
Come on, let's face that. You have created an enormous psychological destruction of yourself and myself.
Don't you see how much Gail loves you? Don't you hear it in her voice?
That I can hardly breathe when he's not around.
Mm-hmm.
During the night, I think the dogs look like it might be him laying down next to me. And I get up and turn on the lights and he's not there. He does not understand whether he has reason or not.
You needed
how badly he's injured me.
You realize your whole life is about manipulation. You've manipulated because you know I'm easy to get along with. I'm always going to do it.
You're not easy to get along with. You are a child.
Crop sitter knows he can manipulate me, so other people have to protect.
I had ideas, Paul, about how to solve some of our problems, and they would have worked.
Like what, Gail? What would work? Give us one of your ideas.
I figure since we're having trouble with the house, keeping it in repair, and we have these high financial bills, which is some of my problem too, but
sure,
but not just me. But I was thinking of taking money out of my annuity that my father set up for me, taking it out, having the house fixed up, making everything look good, and then just go on with our lives. If we were under stress because of the mess in our lives,
you spend enormous amounts of money.
He went behind my back and found somebody else to talk to. Somebody else you could lie to.
The bills you're creating, and you're destroying things in the house every day. I mean,
I am not. You stop that now. You stop that. You have the right to say that to me after you throw me through drywall, after you've broken every door in the house. No, don't you even try. You have broken every door in the house.
Part of your manipulation of me. This is all part. You use everything you can to control me.
You don't have a leg to stand on, Paul.
No.
You hurt me bad, and you still are. I will never get over this, Paul.
We have fought our entire life because you're a fighter. That's what you do. You like to fight.
I have to, Paul. I have to because I'm so fragile. I have to do that. I have to. It's the only way I know to survive.
I'm just a person who likes to sit and watch movies.
I don't want to do that to you right now.
No
you
problem.
forgot that I was in Orlando and you had to pick me up.
I didn't forget. You forgot,
Paul. Stop lying.
That's usually a Saturday to a Saturday.
Paul, you're a terrible human being. And if I were you, I would go on that appointment with me this afternoon. I would go if I were you.
Now, what's the appointment for, Gail?
This is, yes, it will. And he doesn't realize where he is in his life. He's complaining to me this morning about how much stress he's on and just needs more time to work this out, work that out. You know what? I do give a damn. I'll be there for him. I'll stay there with him.
That's
and
love.
If it has to be one way, I will. No, it's not.
No.
I will be there for you. I don't hate you. I don't. I love you. And I sound like the most pathetic woman in the entire world, but I do.
No, it's just that, look, everybody has problems, and you have the personality, borderline personality disorder and bipolar. And we've worked with it for 30 years, and I'm burnt out.
Find another man. I did not go and find another man and decide that my problems were so great that I had to involve another person in the anxiety that was already going on in my life. It should have been marriage counseling. It should have been anything else.
Do you understand that you basically destroyed my mind and everything? I mean,
that woman is the reason why this is happening, and she is not appropriate in this situation. You are putting yourself in a lot of danger. She's got a 16-year-old daughter, and she's forcing you.
Now listen to me, Gail.
Paul, there's nothing that you can say in defense of yourself. I have to take care of the house. You have let the house go to ruin. You have been doing nothing except working on this film. I don't think you have any idea what you're doing. You're hurting me beyond the point where if I tell anybody about this story, they are horrified.
All right, Paul?
Yes.
Will you come back to her?
No.
Yes.
Yes.
Why not?
Because,
you will.
What
yes, you will, because we can work these problems out.
I think
and you're just hiding right now.
Number one, you've got to write the book and make $1 million.
Well, Paul, you know what? You know what? If that happens, that's fine. But I wanted it to be for both of us. I wanted everything to be for both of us. And I made some mistakes, and you have made a lot of mistakes. Just because you shack up with another woman, it does not mean that I should have to face this cruelty and this emotional turmoil. This is not. Do you know that I'm ready to go back in the hospital? I can't function. I can't find anything. Everything is lying around. I'm losing things. I can't keep up. I can't drive myself to the doctor. You know darn well that you still love me. but you have issues, and you think that being with this woman is going to solve them. But believe me, Paul, your issues are not going to be solved by this relationship, not even remotely.
Paul?
I'm the only one in the world who really knows who you are. The only one in this world who knows who Paul O'Callahan is.
All right, Paul.
I know him very well.
I hear love. I hear a woman that loves you.
Yes, I understand.
I'm sorry I didn't hear you. What?
I said when I hear your talk, I hear a woman that's in love.
I am in love.
Yeah.
I am in love, and it's not fair for him not to go to a marriage counselor with me or even talk this thing out. He snuck behind my back, did what he thought would make him feel better, and he's destroyed my life, literally.
How many times did I tell you?
He doesn't think I'll do anything. He doesn't think I'll do anything, but now there's no difference to me whether I'm alive or dead. There's no difference to me at all. The only thing I care about are the 4 Pomeranians. He should never have done
How's
this.
Regis?
A 31-year-old marriage is worth going to a marriage counselor for.
Constant torment.
You don't
Every
just
day
walk out.
for the last year. I was saying,
No, Paul. Paul.
They kill me. Drop the weight on
We
me.
need to talk, Paul.
Paul, are you trying to tell me that you two weren't happy before?
We were happy.
I'm trying to tell you that clearly we're poisoned for each other.
Is
that obvious?
In this world. People develop problems. It's not because they don't love the other person. It's because things happen in life. You know?
I mean,
that's what
but you told me that if I'd only told you that I was going to leave you if you didn't stop spending money.
That she was sent from God? I mean, give me a break.
Paul, you said that Melly was sent from God?
Yes. In the ward when I was over Christmas.
Oh,
God. This is what he tells me.
This is what you tell her in Christmas?
Yes.
She's in the hospital?
Well, she's tied to the bed.
Was on a path to death and destruction and bringing us all down, me and the dogs with us. This, if anything, is turning her around. If anything. I mean, it's painful. It's a painful
That's why. What did you say, Paul? No, this is not turning me around, okay?
People at Bennigan
this is not turning me around. I'm pretending to try to cope with the situation as it is. But you have left me no choice. You will not cooperate with anything, Paul. You won't do anything. You're acting like you're 4 years old, and somebody has left
where
you
you weren't trying to manipulate my every move.
Paul?
I needed a few days where you were not putting stress on me every second.
You know it.
What?
Paul?
What's the answer?
You need to take me to this doctor's appointment this afternoon.
And as I said, I told you a few days ago.
There is no reason for you not to do it, Paul.
Yeah, the reason is that you're demanding it. You're saying
I must do it. You know why? Because I know better than you do. I know better than you do.
Everybody knows better than Paul. That's it. Scott Schroeder knows better than Paul. Everybody knows better than Paul.
Paulo.
You're making a terrible life decision right now.
Paulo.
That is going to hurt you in the future.
Did your girlfriend...
I'm going to slap you right in the face.
All right, hold on, guys. Paulo, did your girlfriend just call Crotch Critter's house and drop the C-bomb?
The point is that
yes or no?
Has no problem defending and saying things to...
Yeah.
And I'm not going to go into anything that was said in a personal conversation. And he called me back and is okay. Look, I don't want to get into fights with anyone.
Paul, you're not going to get a divorce and marry this other woman because she is going to break your heart, or you are going to lose to such extent you will not be able to. Because I know you. You will not mentally be able to.
Gail, will you fight the divorce?
No, I won't. I want him to realize that he is making a mistake because of what? Because of sex? Because he didn't understand the problems that I was having at my age. I mean, he doesn't understand
I need a minute
really
of talking for myself. Okay, are you going to listen now?
You told me. To listen to, Paul?
Okay.
Going behind somebody's back and having sex with them?
Okay, but you're not listening. That's the point. You told me that if I had... Okay, you told me that all I had to have said to you was that I would leave you if you didn't stop spending money. That would have been the magic word.
What did you say? What?
And you said that I didn't use the right magic words to stop you from spending money, for instance.
Well, then now you know what? You know what, Paul? This is true. And if you'd been the kind of person, like, for 3 months before all of this happened, I knew something was wrong with you. You were a coward. You would not bring it up to me. You would just stay out all night. You wouldn't come home. We should have been seeing a counselor. We could have tried to figure out ways of staying
For
together.
the last 4 years, I've been telling you to stop spending money every day, and you didn't hear me.
I did not spend tons of money every day, Paul. If that's the only issue that you have, then you have nothing.
Big piles. You would take them out of a big bowl, and you would go out, and you'd spend. It was insane.
All right, Paulo.
Yes.
The first night that you made love with Melly, where was Gail O?
I'm not interested in discussing these things because, I mean, frankly...
Why aren't you? Do you know that that's a horror movie that keeps playing in my mind every minute that I'm awake?
Okay.
Mine too.
Paul.
The
you
issue
made a
is...
mistake. No, you should have come to me, Paul,
that I told
and
you
laid out
we
on
were
the line.
done
What you
years
should have done is
ago,
come to me
every
and say,
day.
no, you should have come to me and say, Gail, we're having these problems. If you don't stop doing this, I'm going to leave you. But you never had the guts to say that to me.
You threw a can of potatoes at my mother, and it hit the glass behind her. Huge.
Oh, for God's sakes, Paul, that isn't even remotely
true. The glass didn't shatter and cut her into a pile.
Potatoes don't come in a can.
Where are you coming up with this stuff anyway? Are you dreaming this stuff up?
This is years
you want me to
kind of
bringing to your attention the amount of times you choked me?
All right, hold on, Paul.
Turning it around.
Paul.
He needs.
How many times did he?
That needs to be said. He hit me. All through our marriage, he choked me.
We were fighting all along.
Paul, let Gail talk. What did he used to choke you?
With him.
Yeah.
He choked me until I couldn't see, until there were stars.
I'm not. You're just lying now, and that's all you're doing.
He broke the shower door. He's ruined everything in the house. He is a complete slob. He has completely destroyed his house.
Right.
Whenever I say anything about her, she's going to try and turn it. It's the same thing with crotch critters.
There's nothing you can say. You did the wrong thing. You don't automatically, when you're having problems, just go to another woman.
If they put enough pressure on me, I'm going to crack.
All right, Paul.
That's why they put the pressure.
Are you going to go pick her up today and take her to the doctor?
She's at Bennigan's right now.
What?
You're at Bennigan's right now, right?
I wish I was at the next table trying to enjoy a lunch.
Exactly.
Yeah, they'd kill me.
Who are you there with, Gail? You have friends?
Is there any way you can take that phone call outside?
Yeah.
They're telling you to leave.
Well, they just want me to take the phone call outside.
Sure.
Because I can't hear you. But hold on. I'll be right back, okay? All right, now, the situation is this.
Order some potato skins.
He doesn't realize that he's getting older.
He is.
He doesn't realize that not everybody in the world is going to be attracted to him all the time. He may end up all by himself. And the thing is,
I'd be better off by myself than with you.
I'm trying to protect him.
I know you are.
I'm trying to protect him because a 16-year-old daughter is not somebody that you're going to go without responsibility for. She's right at that time when she's going to need a father figure. And he's going to be it? The one who forced me to have 2 abortions?
As I said,
There's something like I said,
Paul.
You're going to take me to this doctor's appointment this afternoon.
You can't abort the 16-year-old.
What? What, are you going to force me to go at gunpoint to this doctor's appointment?
Are you trying to tell me that you're going to leave me alone in that house forever and never come back and not deal with anything?
Not today. I said not today.
No,
I said,
Paul, I need to go today.
Yeah, well, I told you no.
Why are you doing this, Paul? Because she's putting pressure on you to really break up with me.
Everybody's putting pressure on you.
Yes, Paul. You don't come home like that all the time. You break my heart in 2 all the time. I can't fight for you anymore.
But do you
Don't give up, Gail.
Paul, you are making a mistake.
Don't give up, Gail.
You really need to be better as a person yourself. You depended on me your whole life to do everything and to clean up all the problems.
We were just married.
But this is the entire marriage. It was constant. I mean, in and out of here, in and out of there.
New York City is a big deal to cope with when you're 20 years old.
I mean, you punched a police officer in the face.
So? That's yesterday's
news. I don't remember that, but maybe it's true. But I'm not going to own up to certain things that he keeps saying, which are not.
I know.
And he keeps avoiding the issues that he's been beating me up, and he's been hurting me, and he's been doing this mentally and physically for 31
you've gotten a free ride from the police for the last few years because they know, that I was connected.
Yeah, the police know, and they're all on his side because what is he? He's an officer, too.
All right, Paulo.
Of me.
Paulo.
Yes.
One more chance. What do you say? Give her one more chance.
Come on, Paul.
Make this thing work.
Here's the goal.
Yes, it will work, Paul, if you give me a chance. If you go to this doctor with me, it will work.
Writes the book, makes $1 million, and then becomes a big shot.
Then you'll go back with her?
No, but I'm just, that remains to be seen that any of that will happen. I mean,
what
if
book?
she becomes good...
What is the book talk?
I'm trying to help her with a book.
Guide to Bennigan.
He wants me to write a book and make $1 million, so then he can decide whether or not he wants to come back to me.
Unbelievable.
Unbelievable, cruel bastard. I'm sorry that this is just wrong. If he would just clear his mind, because he was a good Catholic, if he would just clear his mind and realize, no, you were. That's one of the reasons why I love you, because you are a good person, and I'm not trying to put you down and make you feel.
You took an oath, Paul.
Feel.
Yeah,
but you really, Paul, you are never going to find anyone in this world who loves you and cares about you as much as I do.
I believe that.
And if you make that mistake, Paul, you will never forgive yourself. You've got to give me a chance.
I have a desire that you should become a positive person, which you haven't been for years.
I need you right now to go through this with. I need you to come on and fess up that you're a man and not a 14-year-old boy having a breakup. I need you to face the situation for me and for us to work things out, and you are not facing it.
I am trying everything I can to make you have a positive life.
Oh, please. You don't show up for days. You don't give me money. You don't care whether the house is filthy or not. You come into the house.
You went to Sarasota. You spent so much money in Sarasota, I can't even believe it.
He comes into the house, and all he does is go directly to the computer. Directly to the computer, and that's all he does in the house. This is it. This is all he does. I mean, things are getting beyond my control because I'm becoming too overwhelmed. I'm too fragile for this. All he has to do is talk to me like a human being, and I would probably just love him even more because he had the guts to do it.
Sure.
For the way he has done this is so cruel.
Again,
I have heard this story.
I think she needs to go to New York and work with Earl, and the two of them can make her, perhaps able to function in a positive manner. I think if Earl takes her under his wing and tries to train her, I think it's very possible that, she'll be...
All right, Paul, you're being silly now.
I'm not...
All right, when are you going to come over and see her?
I'm not sure if that's going to happen
Answer
today.
the question, Paul.
I don't want to see you today, Gail. I've already said that.
Tomorrow?
I understand that, but I had a standing doctor's appointment that I needed you to take me to, and you never once over the weekend told me that you were going to have an appointment.
Hey, Gail, who got you to Bennigan's?
I did tell her.
What?
Who took you to Bennigan's?
I took a cab.
I see.
It was $6, but it was worth it. I was going out of my mind in the house.
You drove the car, and you're going to probably be drinking and driving.
No,
and you'll probably be arrested on the way home, and that'll take care of everything.
I memorized the yellow cab numbers, okay?
The car isn't at the house. The car isn't at the house.
The car is at the house.
No, it wasn't.
Paul, you better get over Bennigan's.
Oh, because you know what, Paul? I went out because I had to go to the bank.
Sure.
Because I have to pay a bill that is coming up, and I would have worked with you, and we would have gotten in such good shape. In about 6 months, we would have been
first of all, I didn't ask you to pay any bills unless we agreed to them.
You didn't give me a chance. You didn't give me a chance. You went behind my back. You lied. You cheated. You knew I'd never done anything like that.
No.
You knew that I would work with you no matter what I did, but you wouldn't work with me. You wouldn't work with me. You would do nothing except feel sorry for yourself and your situation and everything. Well, Paul, I understood it, and I was trying to get strong enough to start working again and get back out there. Now I couldn't work on a car if I had to.
Huh?
I mean,
you are a cool human being, Paul, and I hope that this woman really means a lot to you because she's already had 2 husbands, right? And they made her much better. They made she made their lives perfect, and she's been sent from God to help you. You're a stupid man.
He is.
She's looking for somebody to help her with her 16-year-old daughter. And you're a loser, and it's going to come back to you, Paul. I swear I believe in karma, and this is going to come back to you, and when it does,
hope not.
You've already tried to kill me, Gail, about 1,000 different ways.
You need to get away from this woman, and you need to work with me for a while, even if it's only for 2 weeks.
What?
If you still come up with the same situation, then fine.
That seems
you
fair.
Need to work with me.
Paul, could you dedicate 2 weeks to this?
To set her up on her own.
I mean, it's because
14 days.
She's trying to manipulate me. Now everybody's trying to manipulate me.
You need to be manipulated. You're doing the wrong thing.
I don't need to be
No,
manipulated.
Paul, you don't need to be with this woman. I don't know how sensitive you were or what happened or what she did for you that was so great.
I
but
got
you
an
are
idea.
still married. You are still married, bud. And you have responsibilities. It's time that you started to show up for them. I'm the one not going to a lawyer right now. I'm the one who still loves you right now and is going through unbelievable hell. You could have the guts to work with me for a few weeks to see what really comes out of the surface instead of this namby-pamby crap of yours.
Assuming
and that's
that
what it is.
If we're lucky, have 6 months left of life. Don't you think?
You won't mind spending 2 weeks of it with me.
No, don't you understand, Gail?
Yes, I do understand.
All these
You're
years have been
torture.
For year in and year out.
You have not been tortured, Paul. Life was torturing
I
you
have.
because you couldn't face life. You couldn't face life.
Paul, we gotta let you guys go. Are you gonna go over Bennigan's and just finish this?
No, I just
Look
want
for the car.
I want Earl to talk to Gail and see if he can do something with her.
He wants to what?
He wants you and Earl to talk. I don't understand why. Gail, you call us if you can't find him again, okay?
What did you say, honey?
We're going to let you two go. But if you ever can't reach him, go ahead and call us, and we'll make sure we find him.
Well, will he come home tomorrow? When will he come home?
Tell her when you come.
Be fine.
Tomorrow. He says he'll be there tomorrow.
Why in the world would he be so cruel like this? I hope you guys understand. You're not women. And
I know.
You don't
it's
understand.
hard. It's hard to understand, but I see your side of it, that's for sure.
Do you really think that if he was his doctor with me, I want him to commit to at least 2 weeks of this?
I think
because I want to be sure, and I think I deserve it.
I think you do, too. Polo, commit to 2 weeks with the doctor.
All right. Well, obviously, I'm basically going to have a mental breakdown right now.
Would you just commit to 2 weeks with the doctor?
In a sanatorium, yes, that would be fine.
All right, he commits.
All right, 2 weeks.
All right.
All right.
All right, what are you drinking at Bennigan's, Gail O?
I don't like it.
What's
Too
the
many
drink?
college students.
Yeah, what's the drinking? What are you drinking today?
Diet Coke, as a matter of fact, because I know how upset I am.
Sure.
I keep moving from room to room and replacing the keys and then finding this piece of paper and then losing that. I mean, I thought that they didn't give me the money at the bank. You know, it was only $50 because my bank is getting really low. But I thought I had lost it, and I had just walked out to the car.
Oh, jeez.
And I didn't realize that it was in my purse. I couldn't find it.
All right, Paul, you call her later, okay?
Another thing he needs to be reminded of.
Yeah, go ahead.
You also need to be reminded, Paul, that you need to give me some money every week, and you're trying to get out of it every week.
I do.
So that's enough with you. Okay?
All right, Paul.
All right.
Bye.
I talk to you two later.
Bye, Gail O.
Sorry.
No worries.
Bye.
A lot of people who listen to this, please don't take drugs.
She's not happy, and she's not normal anymore. She's so lonely, she's got no one left to lose. And she wants to die before Christmas. You hope to die before Christmas?
I hope so.
She's afraid.
I'm afraid that if I die before he will, and I think what's going to happen is he won't care at all.
He won't care at all if you're gone.
I'm gone.
I'm gone.
I'm gone.
She's probably going to commit suicide. Hit your lighters,
If you
everybody.
die first, I probably will.
For Gail O.
Suicide.
Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't kill yourself. Kill someone else. Someone else. Gail. You're gonna have to kill Paul. You'll have to do it while he's happen.
Bang, bang, shoot him in the head while he's laying in bed. You can blame the medicine.
The biggest problem is that she doesn't understand exactly how mentally ill she is.
I am not that mentally ill. I have a bipolar disorder.
That's nothing.
It's not.
It's a bipolar on top of a schizophrenia.
No, I'm not schizophrenic, Paul. I'm dual. You've heard of what I'm saying.
Yes.
That's it. The doctor
Dual
would.
personality.
Yeah, you know. I'm not psychotic, Paul.
I'll tell you right now, that Perry ended up being just a seer, because that thing, it was like a fortune teller. Those two, Fezzi, were trying their best to get Polo's movie fixed, everything to work out with Melly, everything to work out with Gail O. But I got to tell you the truth, he's in a mess right now. He is in a fucking President Bush mess.
Yeah, Polo's approval rating way, way down with his constituents, that being Gail O.
Ronnie B. Fez W. The Ron and Fez Show.